Hey, hi, hello. I'm Gladsome Dragon. I'm a contract worker for a field that will go unnamed. I vaguely mention this contract work because I have a wonderful creative team and I'm really excited for all the creative projects we are working on and are going to work on. And I'm really invested in continuing personal creative projects and personal interests and research involved in those interests. So I wanted to create a place that I could put all those things. Now, before all the people who are not going to watch this video commented, this random place I'm in is my contract housing. This is also my temporary housing, so I will be changing settings again very soon. Now back to the personal interest in creative content. I'm one of those people that during the dark winter months, I can get the big seasonal sadness, and it really helps me to keep busy. However, because I'm no longer in school, where I'm busy all the time because I have homework, I'm attending classes, I'm working several jobs, I also am doing after-school activities, I have a little more spare time than I used to. So my goal is that while I'm doing, yes, my contract work and making sure I still fulfill all those responsibilities professionally, that I have a place I can put other projects and have little mini personal deadlines for myself. I don't have to post things, however, if I convince myself I have to and have a schedule, then I will keep myself busy enough that hopefully the seasonal sads won't take me out. My area of interests are always changing, but there are certain topics that have stayed fairly consistent throughout my life. Books. I'm a big supporter of local libraries. Even though I'm a contract worker and I move a fair amount, the wonderful thing is that if you have a pay stub from a local organization, you can go and get a temporary library card no matter where you are. So I always get a new one. I just got mine for the city I currently am in. Horror. I really like the horror genre. I'm really invested in cosmic horror or monster horror or supernatural horror. I'm not as familiar with the slasher genre. I'm interested in learning more about it, but I haven't really seen a lot of that area of movie, children's media, and adaptations. I'm invested in the kind of things that we're adapting for kids from classical works. I'm also interested in the kind of new work that we're creating for kids, new original stories, and what that means from how we did it in a specific style before versus what contemporary new work looks like. I also really enjoy theater. I like contemporary plays. I enjoy classical works like Greek theater and Shakespeare. I enjoy devised work. I like musicals. I don't know a lot about them in a lot of the historical capacity, but I like listening to them. All that to say, this is a channel that I'm just going to be throwing a bunch of interests that I have on here and talking about them. I put off creating a video for this channel by doing research for a future video I hope to do. And because that required a lot of research and a lot of time, I kept telling myself, well, it's going to take a lot of work for me to get this going and figure it out. And then I finally got to the point where I was like, I just need to make an intro video. And even though I realized that's kind of cringe and kind of silly, I was like, as long as there's a video on the channel, I will have started. Oh, I moved my whole face. Woo. Anyway, as long as there's a video on the channel and I have started it, that means my deadlines and the schedule I'm creating for myself has to start. Again, this is to help me get through my big seasonal sadness through the winter months. So I'm going to be putting videos on here. My goal is I put one video a month on here, which I realize isn't a lot of videos. However, because I'm working full time and I have deadlines for that, and I also do plan to rest and chill out. So you'll probably get a video once a month from me about some random topic I've been invested in for that month. And don't get me wrong, I realize with the algorithm, the way YouTube works, and the fact I'm doing this for a lot of personal reasons means there's not going to be like an audience for this. But again, it's to give me a deadline, a schedule, to keep me going and keep me okay during the big winter months, the big seasonal sads. Anyway, the next video I have, and I'm hoping to put together, is a children's adaptation of a classical work that I'm really excited to talk about because I didn't like it. It was bad. It was not good. So expect that in September. Until then, I'm glad we chatted. I'll see you next time.